All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch some Ozploitation here. Alison's Birthday. Let's check it out. This is Alison.
What's the matter? You're not scared, are you? I don't know.
She and her two friends are doing some sort of like seance, like a Ouija board type thing, without a Ouija board.
Yeah, come on. Mum and please move the glass towards the yes.
So they try it. And wouldn't you know it?
Move the glass towards...
It works.
It's working.
So they keep going, and the thing gives them a message, which basically tells Alison to avoid her 19th birthday.
Birthday?
Which is, 2 years off,
I
too.
don't understand.
And then this happens.
Chrissy?
Listen. You have to get away from them before 19th birthday.
And who is it who's warning her?
Who are you?
Your father.
Who's dead. And then a little hell breaks loose. Fast forward to just before her
Alison, we
19th
wonder when you'll be
birthday.
coming home.
Her aunt and uncle wanted her to come home for a birthday party.
For your birthday next week. We thought you might be coming home.
You'd know I'd love to, Aunt Jenny, but I'd have to get time off work and everything, and it's just...
Said I was in danger.
She tells her
of
boyfriend
losing
about what
my
happened at that
I was
Ouija
somehow
board party.
connected with my 19th birthday.
Boyfriend Peter.
It's really freaky. Everything went crazy.
Anyway, she gives in to family pressure and actually does go to visit her aunt and uncle. Peter drops her off.
Obviously agrees with you.
Dean, this is Alison's young man, Peter.
Oh, nice to meet you, young man, I'm sure.
Anyway, one day Alison wanders a little farther from home and she gets lost in the woods. She's wandering behind the house and her parents told her or her aunt and uncle, I should say, told her to stay away from that area.
Stonehenge.
There were some rocks that looked like Stonehenge back there.
That's exactly what it is. The man who built this house was an amateur astronomer. He was one of the first to come up with the idea that the ancient British monuments were primitive observatories. So
One night, while in bed, Alison wakes up to this. Turns out it's her great-grandmother. I don't think she's quite right.
Grandmother Thornton, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be out of bed.
She still meets up with Peter in the day, and
I'm a kid.
she's a little freaked out by her aunt and uncle.
That's exactly what it is I'm scared of. Oh, Pete, I'll be glad when Wednesday's over.
Well, that's really up to Alison, isn't it?
They don't want Peter to hang around too
we
much.
thought perhaps if you could stay away just a few days. At least until after Wednesday.
Sorry, but we've already made arrangements for tomorrow and for Wednesday.
You
They don't even want Peter coming to a birthday party.
He simply won't fit in. He doesn't know anybody.
He knows me.
But dear, there are
I'm
other...
sorry, Aunt Jenny. I've invited him, he's accepted, and that's it. Now I'm going to bed.
The situation with the boys become impossible. Something has to be done.
Oh, it already has been. And don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Good.
And then we've got some weirdness outside at night. There's a cult of some sort. Demonic, satanic.
Hail Murder! Hail Murder! Hail Murder! Hail Murder!
Was it all a dream? Alison passes out.
Dean, take her back to her room.
I can manage. This way.
Now the birthday party's
I'm
been
sure she'll
canceled.
call you when she's feeling better.
What about the party?
view of Alison's illness, it will, of course, have to be cancelled. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's just...
Later on, Peter sneaks into the house to
wow.
get her out of there.
What?
I was having the granddaddy of all nightmares.
They obviously drugged her
Same
to
as before.
make her pass
Only
out.
this time I can remember it.
Peter sneaks around a little bit and finds the old lady, great grandma.
Come on, I'm getting you out of here.
What's the matter?
There's something pretty weird going on in this place, and I've got a feeling it's not a good place for you to be right now. Come on.
They don't make it very far.
Go back to bed, Alison.
I'm sorry, Aunt Jenny. I don't want to stay here anymore. I'll call you in the morning and let you know what I'm doing.
Go back to bed, Alison.
Come on.
Peter's going to let him go, and then all of a sudden, nope. Some sort of a Vulcan nerve pinch. And then they called the
The
police
young
on Peter.
woman is a friend of mine, and these people were holding her against her will. I was just trying to help her get away from them.
It's ridiculous, Sergeant. This young man has been pestering my niece day and night since she came here.
Not only that, they've hypnotized
He was
Allison.
standing beside the bed. He threatened to kill me if I didn't go with him.
What? Ellie, what's the matter with you?
Have you ever had anything to do with him before tonight?
I went out with him a couple of times. I realized the sort of person he was. He frightened me.
This fortune teller lady gives them insight as to what they're trying to do.
Yeah, here it is. Myrna. M-I-R-N-E. In ancient Celtic mythology, a powerful female demon, worshipped by Celtic magicians, later by some druidic sects, said to dwell within stone.
Peter goes to the library and does some research and finds out about her parents, her lineage.
Oh, I'm sorry, we can't.
His chimes, and we're at the stage now where we can't afford to risk any further interference. Kill him.
All right. I'll call the others.
Peter is now targeted. He ends up following the guy that he believes put the note in the car. Guy's dressed like him. Right into a cemetery. And he's about to be ambushed.
That's impossible. Alison Baker was born at 17 minutes past 7. The one that was born at your magic 7 o'clock was the daughter of another couple named Bleeker. Lyle obviously got the names mixed up because of their similarity. At any rate, he took Alison and left the one you really wanted behind.
He's basically trying to fool them into thinking they got the wrong girl. It was a ruse,
Kill
though.
him! Don't worry about me, kill him!
He had in his pocket.
Then he was lying about Alison being the wrong one.
He got away.
What if he goes to the police?
I doubt that he will after last night, but if he does, we'll simply refuse to let them into the house without a search warrant. By the time they get one, the ceremony will be over. After that, it hardly matters what happens.
Years or so, and always when a young girl was possessed by Myrna, they renamed her Isabel Thorne.
Basically, they want
You're
to
saying
try
that the
to...
old lady in that house is possessed by some ancient Celtic demon?
I'm saying that that's what these people believe.
switch
So what are they doing here,
bodies.
for God's sake?
Eventually, Allison wakes up from her hypnotism.
I can't go down there like this.
Nonsense, dear. Everyone knows you haven't been feeling very well.
You're kidding. I must look terrible.
Alison?
So they take her in a room in the house where the cult is.
1, 2.
And they perform the ritual in which they try to take the Celtic demon out of the old lady and have her awaken in the young body of Allison's.
Come forth! Possess her! Possess her!
You're a fool to throw away the cross.
Peter did rescue her,
If you hadn't, I might still be Allison.
but it was too late.
But you did. And I'm not.
No.
It is
deceased crashed the party, attempted to abduct the young lady at gunpoint. He fell, twisting his ankle. The gun discharged accidentally, inflicting a fatal chest wound. There's a few formalities, of course. I think they can wait until the morning.
Our movie ends with Allison realizing that she's now in the old woman's body. All right, let's talk about this movie called Alison's Birthday. I've never seen this one before. I believe this was released on one of those compilation, like folk horror sets or something, but this is the first standalone disc it had in this country, I believe. It's an Australian film, so we're talking about Ozploitation here. We have a girl named Allison who, around her 16th birthday, she plays on a Ouija board and gets some sort of weird message from her deceased father saying, get out before your 19th birthday or something like that. Fast forward a couple years to just before her 19th birthday, and her aunt and uncle, her parents are deceased, invited her to come stay with her, and she's a little reluctant at first, but she does. She goes to stay with them. She has a boyfriend, Peter, drop her off, and she stays with them, but her aunt and uncle have something nefarious in mind. They are part of a cult that wants to see some goddess named Myrna reborn, and apparently Myrna is in this old woman's body who's like 104 years old, who also lives in a house. They tell Allison that that's your great-grandmother or something like that, but she doesn't talk, she's sickly, that sort of thing. Allison's a little weirded out by that, but whatever. Peter gets kind of the cold shoulder from her aunt and uncle and realizes something's not right there. So he tries to get her away from the house, but they don't really let him, and then they hypnotize Allison into telling the police that Peter is some sort of ex-boyfriend who is pestering her and that sort of thing. So they have plans for her on like the eve of her 19th birthday for this ceremony to take place. Well, Peter does some snooping around, and eventually the cult tries to kill him. He is captured by the cult and tries to convince them that they got the wrong girl. He has some proof, but it was just a ruse, he said, so he could try to get away from them, which he does. Later on the evening of the birthday, actually, Allison, who kind of comes to after being kind of like in a hypnotized coma type deal, is taken to this place, this Stonehenge-looking place in the backyard where they're going to have this ceremony and basically have Myrna come out of the old lady's body into her. Well, they start the ceremony, then Peter comes and breaks it up and rescues Allison, gets her away. Then he twists his knee, and then Allison says, you shouldn't have thrown that cross away because that was foolish. I'm not Allison anymore. And then he shoots him. Turns out it was too late when he got there. And that's pretty much how the movie ends. The last scene is Myrna looking at the old lady, and the old lady now has Allison's body inside of her. So Allison realizes that she's now in an old lady's body. She screams, and that's it. That is Allison's birthday. Again, Ozploitation film, 1981. I'd never seen this before. It was kind of decent. It has a nice little payoff at the end, too. No nudity in this movie. Not really any gore either. Maybe a couple brief scenes, but it was just kind of a slow burn. And if you stick through it and get to the end, it's well worth the payoff. So I do recommend this film. Got not much more to say about this, but it's Allison's birthday. Seven put this out not too long ago, I think. Maybe in the last year. And yeah, it's a decent film. You should definitely check it out. So a lot of extras on here too. But again, nobody in this movie that I've ever heard of before. But it's not a bad flick. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Allison's Birthday. Watch it. Bye.